Welcome. This is a gentle flow practice. My name is Melissa and we are at Shangri-La Hot Yoga. So with gentle flow, if you have not joined me before, it's a little bit of a slower class. We do a lot of modified versions of postures that you might have experienced in other classes. If you're brand new to yoga, this is a great place to start. I walk you through things a little bit more than in the typical vinyasa class, but we're still going to move. We're still going to get our heart rate going. Still going to get a good workout out of it. And this week I'm theming this class around our shoulders. So we're going to be opening up our shoulders, but also strengthening our shoulders. And with that, we'll also work a little bit into the neck and stretching out the neck as well, which is really great. You know, a lot of us have tight necks and we don't spend time stretching them out. So we'll definitely do that today. Make sure to modify your practice. So if you're more advanced, you're welcome to take full chaturangas, but I will show modified chaturangas. All right, so if you want to make it a little bit more advanced, you can. If you want to make it a little bit less advanced, you can. So making sure that you do what feels right for you, what feels right for your body this morning. And we will get started in a comfortable seat. Make sure you have some props nearby, so whether you have blocks or maybe a water bottle that you can use as blocks, or maybe books, anything like that. And you can sit cross-legged for your comfortable seat. You can come into your hero's pose on your shins. And we're going to start with the hands on the legs. You can have the hands down or up. And just try to root down through the sits bones and lift up through the crown of your head. So just lengthen the spine as much as possible, but soften the shoulders back and down. Close your eyes or find a soft gaze down towards the ground. Either way, you can try to kind of tuck the chin towards the chest just to lengthen out through the back of the neck a little bit. And then just find some soft, natural breaths. So not trying to control anything yet. We're just starting by scanning the body. So you just want to start at the toes and make your way all the way up to the crown of your head. And just kind of take note of how you're feeling today. It's Monday, the beginning of the week. Maybe you're like, it's Monday? Who would have thought? I can't keep track of the days anymore. That's okay. So just take note of your body, take note of your mind. What is it that you need from these 60 minutes on your mat? Do you need to be a little bit softer or slower? Is that why you decided to do a gentle flow today? Or do you want to take things up a little bit, go a little bit further, and make it spicy? Both of those places are great places to be, as long as you're honoring yourself. We'll do a couple of cleansing breaths. So we use these cleansing breaths to let go of everything from outside of our practice space, get ourselves present on our mat. So starting with a deep breath in, take it into the belly and then the chest, and pause for a second at the top. Open the mouth, clear all that out. Good, even fuller breath in. Release. Big inhale. Deep exhale. 2 more times. Big breath in. Sigh it out. Good. Last inhale. Pause at the top. Hold that breath in. Maybe take one more little sip of air. Open up. Let it go. And then from here, come to a natural breath, or close the lips and start to breathe in and out through your nose. This is your Ujjayi breath, finding a slight constriction to the back of your throat. The Ujjayi breath just helps us to build a little bit of heat. So maybe your house is feeling a little bit cold, it's a little bit chilly this morning, so using that Ujjayi to build your fire. Every breath in, we lengthen up just slightly. And the breath out, we settle into our mat. If the eyes are closed, open up the eyes. Soften the arms down beside you, and just lower the chin towards the chest. So we're just going to start here by lengthening through the back of the neck. And then from here, we're going to start with a little sway. So bring the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then the left ear towards the left shoulder. And continue those sways back and forth. Nice and slow, going at your own pace. Maybe pausing in one place or the other because it feels really good, a nice stretch. And then eventually we'll turn those into full circles. So you're gonna come over and then come back. We'll circling the neck out a couple of times in one direction. And then switching and going the other way a couple of times. We'll meet back with the chin in towards the chest, and then you'll bring the right shoulder over towards the right, or right ear over towards the right shoulder. So soften down through the shoulder here, and pause right here. If you want a little bit more, you can take the left hand and just walk it out slightly. So that's gonna go a little bit more into the shoulder as well. So if you walk that hand out, you'll feel all the way from the neck all the way down towards your shoulder. Really nice stretch here. And you can stay here if you want to build on. Option to take the right hand and place it onto the left knee, or left ear. I cannot get my body part straight this morning. But place it onto the left ear and just place. So don't press. We want to be really gentle to our neck. So just placing the hand onto the ear and just allowing gravity to do the rest of the work. And maybe walk those left fingertips out a little bit more, really getting deep into that neck. And then from here, you're gonna keep the chin towards the shoulder, but lower it down all the way. And then place the hand onto the back of the head if you had it onto the ear. So now we're getting a little bit more into the back side of the neck, right? We're into the side now, we're going more into the back. Still walking those fingertips out if you want a little bit more. And sending your breath to where it feels tight. So where do you feel that tension? And then shake it out. So take some circles, just let it go. And just notice the difference. So I've only done one side, so you're probably feeling a little bit looser on one side than the other, and just notice the differences, right, from one to the other. And then tuck the chin back into the chest, and lower the left ear over towards the left shoulder. Stay right here, maybe walk the right fingertips out, finding that nice length, a nice stretch from fingertips all the way up to towards the ear. Building on, if you would like, take the left hand, place it onto the ear. Place, not drag. So we're not dragging that head down, right? We want to make sure that gravity is doing most of the work here. Nice and gentle. Stretching out, maybe walking the fingertips out a little bit more. Try to soften the shoulders down as well. So just notice if they're tempted to come up towards the ears, just slightly lower them. Using your breath. Sending the breath into the stretch. Good. From here, taking the chin down towards the chest and moving the hand to the back of the head. Still not pulling down too hard here, just placing it gently. Tucking that chin in nice and tight and moving the stretch towards the back of the neck. Keeping the fingertips locked out. Finding your own edge here. Making sure that you're respecting your neck. And then releasing out and finding some movement. Whew, I know my neck is feeling really good here. I feel that nice stretch. All right, and then from here, we're gonna soften the arms down. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, interlace the hands behind the head. Press the head into the hands. Now we're kind of working a little bit into the shoulders as well as the neck. So we're going to take a breath in, we're going to open the chest. We're going to pull the elbows back as much as possible. A little back bend here. And then exhale, we're going to pull the elbows together. We're going to curl the chin in towards the chest. We're going to round into a tight little ball. So feeling that nice space in your spine here between each vertebra. We're going to find that breath to movement. Inhale, open up, press the head into the hands. Exhale, curl it nice and tight. Pull the navel in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come back up to that neutral spine, pressing the head into the hands, opening up the elbows. Take a breath in to reach up through the crown of the head. And a breath out, you're going to pull the navel in. You're going to slowly twist over towards the right. So coming into a little twist here. We're just trying to open up our spine in every direction. Pulling the ribs in towards each other, pressing the head into the hands. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, twist over towards the left. Reaching out through the elbows, spreading the shoulders out nice and wide. Pull the navel in a little bit more to twist just slightly deeper. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Go with breath in, come back to center. Reach up nice and tall with the fingertips. And breath out, hands are going to come down to the mat. Good, so from here, we're going to roll over the knees, or you can place the knees out to the side. And we're going to come into our stable table. Stacking the shoulders above the wrists, stacking hips above the knees. Pulling the navel in nice and tight towards the spine. Placing all the way into our left hand. Inhale, reach the right hand up towards the ceiling. Find a little bit of length here. And just pause. We're just using this to open up the shoulders. So take some circles in one direction and then the other. And then come back to center. Full breath in, lengthen high. Breath out, sweep the arm underneath you, reach over towards the side. We're going to do that a couple more times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Last one, inhale. Exhale. And inhale, back up, lengthen high. Exhale, hand comes back underneath us, switching sides. Weight to the right hand, inhale, left hand up. Pause here, find those circles in one direction then the other. Little movements in the shoulder and the wrist. Come back to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, sweep the arm underneath. Breath to movement. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. Last one. Big breath in. Breath out, twist. Inhale, arm comes up. Exhale, back to your tabletop. Tucking our toes here, big breath in. Breath out, start to slowly lift the hips up towards the ceiling, finding your downward facing dog. This is our first down dog. You probably feel a little bit tight through the back of the legs, so start to pedal it out. Bend into one knee and then the other. Finding nice movements into your legs. Noticing where you're tight and finding movement there. So maybe the neck still feels tight and you want to nod the head yes and no. And then pausing in stillness when you're ready. Spreading the fingers out nice and wide. Spreading the shoulders out nice and wide. Keeping that bend in your knees. As much of a bend as you need to find a little bit more space in your low back. But press the heels towards the ground, stretching through the back side of the legs. Pull the navel in towards the spine. You're here for one more breath. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward towards the top of the mat. Exhale, slowly step the feet up to the top, bring your forward fold. Walk the feet out. Have them at least hips width apart, maybe a little bit wider than that. Bend the knees generously. We're going to start to hang heavy for our ragdoll, but we're going to take the hands, we're going to interlace them behind the head. Good, you can pull the elbows in towards each other and just start to rock back and forth. So it's like a ragdoll, we're adding a little bit of that neck stretch and that shoulder stretch here. So just slightly pulling the crown of the head towards the ground, keeping the bend in your knees, maybe swaying back and forth. We'll meet back in center, release the hands all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins or thighs. We're going to pause here for a second, and we're just going to place the hands at heart center. You can stay here if you want a little bit more. You can reach the biceps alongside the ear. So we're just adding a little bit of core and a little bit of shoulders in here. Remember, hands at heart for your modification. Lengthen out through the crown of the head. Keep the gaze down. Full breath in. Breath out, forward fold. And every time we forward fold, we're going to come there, right? So we're going to either come in hands to heart center, or we're going to lengthen, right? So remember, forward fold, keep the soft bend in the knees, tuck the chin towards the chest. Inhale, slowly lengthen the spine up, feeling one vertebra at a time as you come up. Head is the last thing to lift. Coming up to our mountain pose. Roll the shoulders back and together. Open up the chest here. Spread the fingers out wide and press the fingertips towards the mat. Inhale, reach the hands up nice and high. Come up to that high mountain. Pause for a moment. Roll the pinky fingers in towards each other to engage the triceps here. And then reach up a little bit higher. Find some length, full breath in. And a breath out, we're going to interlace the hands behind the head. So we've been here before, kind of familiar, right? So pressing the head into the hands. Inhale, open up the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Pull the elbows back as much as possible. Broaden through the collarbone. Exhale, pull the elbows in towards each other. Curl into that tight little ball. Navel comes in here. Inhale, open up. Exhale, curl. Inhale, broaden. Exhale, come into that little ball. Good, this time, inhale, come open, reach the hands nice and high. Exhale, fold forward, little soft bend in the knees as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to heart, reach out long. Exhale, fold. Plant the palms down, inhale, step back to high plank, but lower the knees. So finding that supported plank. And we get the option to spice this up here with an extra push-up, but it's in our supported plank, right? So if you don't want the extra push-up, you do not have to take it. Remember, if you want to spice it up more, come into your full plank, you can. Shoulders right above wrists, pulling the ribs in towards each other, nice tight core. Press away from the ground, find the strength in your shoulders. Full breath in, shift forward. Breath out, bend the elbows, hug them in and lower just halfway. So try to come to half and pause. Here's how that push-up comes in. Inhale, press back up. This time, exhale, bend the elbows, hug them into the ribs, and lower all the way down. Release the belly, release the chest. So we're coming into a little modified chaturanga. We're going to have those arms come behind us for our back bend here. So reaching those arms out nice and long. Palms are facing down. Breath out first. And with a breath in, we're going to slowly start to lift the chest and the arms. So just the chest and the arms at first here. Keep the feet rooted. Squeeze the hands together. Keep the gaze towards the ground. Hugging the shoulders in as much as possible to open the chest. Big breath in, come a little bit higher. Breath out, lower it down. Good, we're going to do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. For this next one, option to add on the legs. So we're going to put all the way into the pelvic area. Take a breath out. And a breath in, lift the chest up, lift the arms, maybe adding on the legs, coming to that full locust here. Squeezing it all in tight, keeping the gaze down, reaching through the crown of the head. Big breath in, squeeze the shoulders in. Breath out, lower. You can bring one cheek down to the mat and just let the shoulders soften down. Feel the heartbeat. And then switching, placing the other cheek down. Couple of full breaths. Forehead comes back to center. Hands come next to the chest. Inhale, come up to your tabletop. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift the hips high, downward facing dog. So that's in our modified chaturanga there. We're going to be using our locust. You can do either only your upper body. You can do the whole body lifting up. So your choice how you want to find that, right? So we're going to move through that a little bit faster. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Exhale, find that way to the forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to heart or reach out. Exhale, fold. One big movement. Inhale, root to rise, high palm. Exhale, hands interlace behind the head. Inhale, press the head into the hands, open up. Exhale, curl it out. We're just do that one more time. Inhale, open. Inhale, reach up high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the palms down. Inhale, step back to that high plank. Lower the knees. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press back up, modified plank. Exhale, chaturanga all the way down. Hands come long beside us. Inhale, lift up either half or full locust. Exhale, lower. Hands back next to the chest. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Go, one more time, full inhale. Big exhale. Inhale, soften the knees, look towards the top. Exhale, find your way towards the forward fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, melt. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands behind head. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine. One more time. Inhale, broaden. Exhale, curl. Inhale, release, reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift a choice. Exhale, plant the palms, step it back. Come into your high plank, lower halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, all the way down. Arms come out long. Inhale, rise. Exhale, soften. Hands next to shoulders. Inhale, stable table. Exhale, downward dog. Good, deep breath in. Exhale, let go some of that heat. One more time, big inhale. Sigh it out. Good, come down to the knees. Place them out wide. Come into a child's pose just for a moment. Reach out through the fingertips. Let the forehead come down. Shake it back and forth. Just softening a little bit here. We'll come back up to our tabletop. And we'll tuck our toes and lift our hips down dog. Make sure that you have your block or your water bottle nearby the top of your mat, because we're going to use that for a little bit of balancing, all right? So coming to our downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg high. Come to your three-leg dog. Flex the foot and roll the pinky toe so it faces the mat. Press the left heel down. Inhale, squeeze the glute to lift the right heel high. Exhale, pull the knee in towards the chest, round the spine, and gently step the foot forward. If you can't quite get it all the way, take the hand and use that to step it up. Lower the back knee down. You can keep those toes tucked or untucked. And just make sure that the right knee is either right above or slightly behind the ankle, right? So we don't want to be overextending here through the knee. So maybe modify your stance by walking the foot forward. Pull the right hip back, squeeze the glutes. Inhale, reach up, come to your low crescent. If this is too much, you can place the hands onto the thigh and just stay right here. So if it feels like that's a little bit too much to reach all the way up, you can keep the gaze down for more support, or lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Spiral the pinky fingers in and reach up through the fingertips. Make sure you keep that core tight by pulling the navel in towards the spine. And settle into that front thigh. Good, we're going to find a couple of movements here. Just coming in and out just to open up the hips. Using your breath. Good, then settle into the thigh. So we're going to take the arms, we're going to take them out to the sides. So we're adding a little shoulder stretch here. You're going to take the right arm, you're going to cross that underneath the left. So I'll give you 3 options here. You can hug, that's option number 1. You can place the backs of the palms together, that's option number 2. If you have the full eagle wrap, you'll take the palms together here. So find your own variation. Remember, hugging is fine, Backs of the hands is fine. If you can find that full eagle wrap, find that here. If you're in that eagle wrap, lift the elbows up, press the hands away from the face. Wherever we are, we're going to take a breath in, we're going to lift the elbows up. And with a breath out, we're going to curl the elbows down towards the leg. Good, we're going to find that for a couple of breaths. Remember, keep the gaze down if you're feeling wobbly. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Go with our inhale, we're going to come back up. We're going to reach the hands high. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. You're probably feeling this a little bit in your hips. This is where that block is going to come in handy. So place the block in front of the mat, or your water bottle, or your books. Tuck the back toes and lift the back knee up. You can walk that foot in a little bit if you need to. So we're just going to be in our active lunge for a moment. Bring the weight forward. We're coming into a balance, so keep the gaze at the ground here. Place the block in the highest height for the most support. Bring that weight forward, maybe walk that back foot in until you can lift it up. So we're coming into a little halfway lift here, but adding in a balance of that left leg lifting. Flex the foot so the pinky toe faces down. So it's kind of like a supported warrior 3. So I'm going to give you the option, if you want to build on, you can try to place the hands towards heart center here in your warrior 3. Maybe you reach the arms along beside you for that little airplane. If you want to keep the hands in the block for the most support, stay right here. Looking down to the ground, but slightly forward. Flexing the left foot for stability. You keep a slight bend into the right knee. One more breath. Good. Start to place the left foot towards the ground. Inhale, reach up high. Come to your high mountain. Exhale here, bring the hands behind the head. Inhale, press the head into the hands. Exhale, curl. We're just doing that one time. Inhale, reach up, lengthen. This time, exhale, hands come to heart and just sink it down into your chair. So we're going to find a little bit of strength here, right? So weight comes back into the heels and out of the toes. Roll the shoulders back in together, keeping the chest nice and open. Press the palms in towards each other. Sink the weight back just a little bit more. Maybe you can wiggle the toes a little bit. One more big breath. Settle into the thighs. Good here with an inhale. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step back to your high plank. Lower the knees. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, press up. Exhale, chaturanga down. Arms out long. Inhale, lift up, locust variation. Exhale, soften. Hands next to shoulders. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward dog. Deep breath in. Let it go. We're going to do it on our second side. Inhale, lift the left leg up, 3-leg dog. Coming to your own height. So your leg does not have to be lifted super high. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. Most important part is flexing the foot and rolling the outer thigh towards the ground. Big breath in, squeeze the glute, lift the heel. Breath out, pull the knee in towards the chest. Try to round the spine here to create some space. And then gently step the foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Wiggle, walk the left foot forward just a little bit. Knee is above or behind the ankle. Pull the left hip in. Squeeze the thighs together. Either walk the hand to the thigh or reach up. Coming to your own variation of this low crescent. Settling in. Finding a couple of breaths here. Maybe finding those little movements. Making sure we're keeping that core tight. Ribs in. Reaching up through the fingertips and lengthening. Okay, we're going to take the arms, we're going to reach them out to the sides. We're going to take the left arm underneath the right. Hug, backs of the hands together or the full eagle. So I'm going to show you the hug on this side in case some of you are doing that hug, right? You're squeezing those shoulders together here. You're opening up the chest. We'll find our movement. So inhale, lift the elbows up, lift the gaze if it feels okay. Exhale, curl into your little ball. Broaden through the shoulders. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Releasing the arms as you reach up. Big breath in. Breath out. Frame the foot. Grabbing the block or the water bottle, placing it in front of the mat so it's there for later. Tuck the back toes and lift the knee up. Maybe walk that foot in slightly for a shorter stance. Weight comes forward. Keep the gaze at the ground. Grab the block if you need that support and lift yourself up to that halfway lift. Little modified warrior 3 here with hands on the block. Try not to press all your weight down. So see if you can just lift up to the fingertips. Now we're using a little bit more strength here, right? Pull that left hip back. Flex the right foot. If you want more of a tantrum, you can place the hands at heart center here. So finding your own variation. 2 more breaths. Last one. Good. Foot starts to lower, arms start to reach. Inhale. Exhale, hands behind the head. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, chair. Sink it low. Just 3 big breaths here. Find your edge each exhale. Last 2. Biggest breath in. Breath out, fold. Inhale, variation of half lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step back, plank. Exhale, lower to that push-up. Inhale, plank. Exhale, soften all the way down. Arms long, inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Palms back up, inhale, tabletop. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, down dog. Biggest breath in yet. Clear that out. Good, come down to your child's pose for a moment, knees out wide. Toes together, lengthen through the fingertips. All right, so my favorite part, maybe your favorite part, is coming up here. We're gonna do breaths and movement. So this is just gonna get that heart rate going. It's a little bit of our cardio portion of our practice, right? We wanna make sure that that heart is healthy. So we're gonna move a little bit faster. If you need to take breaks, you're okay to. If you can't do all the things that we're doing, that's more than okay. Just listen carefully and try to do your best. But we will all take a break after our breaths and movement, all right? So we're gonna meet in our downward facing dog to begin. So tuck the toes, lift the hips high, downward dog. Inhale, right leg reaches high. Exhale, step that foot forward. Lower the back knee down. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right arm comes underneath the left. Hug or double round. Inhale, open up the chest. Exhale, curl it in. We got 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach up, high, low crescent. Exhale, hands come down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. If you need that block, grab it. Inhale, come up to that little modified warrior 3. Pause for a breath out, find your balance. Foot comes down, inhale, rise. Exhale, hands behind head. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sink back. Full breath in here. Breath out, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga of choice. So step it back. You can use the knees. Lower halfway. Remember that push-up if you want it. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Arms long. Inhale, locust. Exhale, soften. Hands next to the chest. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog. We just got 1 more side here. You got this. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, pull it through. Knee down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, left under right. Hug, double round. Inhale, open. Exhale, curl. Inhale, lift. Exhale, round. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, release the bind, reach high. Exhale, frame the foot. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee, look forward. Use that block. Inhale, come up to that balance. Pause with your exhale, find your stability. Inhale, foot down, rise, high mountain. Exhale, interlace the hands. Inhale, press head into hands. Exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, chair. Last big breath. Breath out, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga your way. Lower the knees, find your push-up. Come all the way down. Locust. Lower. Hands next to chest, inhale, tabletop. This time we're just gonna exhale to our child's pose. We're gonna take some cleansing breaths here. So big breath in, open mouth, let it go. This next one, you need to make a lot of noise. Find your lion's breath. Some means you stick out your tongue when you breathe out. So deep breath in, lion's breath out. Okay, no one's here to judge you, how you're looking, how you're sounding. So doing things for how they feel, right? So we're gonna look a little bit silly when we do our lion's breath, but it feels great. It helps us release some heat. It helps us get our heart rate down a little bit. If you want a little bit of a different rest here, instead of your child's pose, I'm gonna give you the option for puppy pose, which is gonna be a shoulder stretch. So I'm just gonna show it to you if you want it. Puppy pose, you're gonna have those knees out at hips width apart. Hips are right above the knees. I'm just gonna walk the hands forward. So you can keep the forehead down on the ground here, reaching out through the fingertips. Pressing the chest down towards the ground. So this is option number 2. If child's pose feels better, stay right there. Two more breaths. Wherever you are, we're going to meet into our tabletop. All right, so from our tabletop, tuck your toes, lift your hips high to your downward facing dog. Maybe take a couple seconds to just shake it out. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, find your way to your forward fold. Inhale, hands to heart, reach out long. Exhale, melt down. Inhale, rest. Good. Exhale, hands come to heart. We're going to work a little bit more balance here. You're like, yay, balance. Or maybe you're like, ooh, balance. Either way, it's really good for us to work our balance, right? We're going to strengthen our ankle, our quads, everything in our legs here with our balance. So we're going to root down through our left foot. We're going to inhale to reach the hands up. With the exhale, we're going to take our right arm underneath the left. So this is familiar. We've been here before. Hug or hands together or that full double wrap, right? So find your variation here, what feels best. Sink into your chair. So sink it nice and low. You're going to take that right leg. You're going to start to lift up, and you're going to place it over the left. So I know I'm a little wobbly here, probably making you guys feel wobbly. You can kickstand. So kickstand, you're going to use the toes on the ground to support. You can find the single wrap or the double wrap. So I'm going to show you that kickstand, sinking the hips back. So imagine that you're in your chair here. Hug the thighs together and sink back as much as possible here into your chair. And then finding the arm variation. If you have that eagle arms, lift the elbows up, press the hands away from the face. It's going to help you feel that shoulder stretch here. Settle in a little bit more. One more breath. Sink down. Good. Inhale, rise up, release. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Take a second to shake it out before we come to our other side. All right, so this time we're going to place all of the weight into our left foot. No, right foot to the left outside. All right, so inhale, reach up high. then we're gonna take the left arm underneath the right this time. You can find that hug. You can find the single wrap or the double wrap. Sink low into your chair. Right foot is rooted down. Left leg starts to lift. Cross it over. Find that kickstand, the single wrap, the double wrap. Suctioning the thighs together. So squeeze those quads in. Sink the weight low like you're in your chair. And then find your own variation of your arms. So hug. You can place the backs of the hands together. You can have that full eagle wrap. Good, broadening those shoulders out. So spread the shoulder blades out nice and wide. Really feeling the stretch here. Couple more breaths. Last one here. Go nice and low. Inhale, open up, unravel. Shake it out, let it go. Take the movements that you need here. I'm gonna take little sways back and forth. Anything that feels good. All right. Inhale, reach up high towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands to heart, sink it low into your chair. We've been here before. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. So 2 options here. We're going to come into a nice stretch for the legs and the spine. You can either take the peacemaking fingers and wrap them around the big toes. Make sure the feet are out at hips width apart, or you can slide the hands underneath the feet. So your choice. Either grab the big toes or slide the hands under. Keep the belly connected to the thighs, and then bend the elbows and pull the crown of the head down. Find that nice stretch through your spine here, reaching the crown of the head towards the ground. All right, releasing out. We're going to plant our palms down. We're going to come back to our plank. So we're going to work on a little bit of shoulder strengthening here. So use your knees down. I'm going to show you everything with knees down. If you want to, remember, you can always have the knees lifted coming into your full plank if you want some challenge. So we're going to start with some shoulder taps. Making sure our shoulder taps, we're only moving the upper body. So we're using our core and our shoulders to stay nice and strong. Try not to sway the hips too much. I'll demo it first and we'll do it together. It's a little bit of a core exercise as well. So coming to that modified plank, knees lowered, shoulders right above wrists. You're going to take the right hand, you're going to try to tap the left shoulder. You're going to place it down. Left hand, tap the right shoulder. Remember, try not to sway as much as possible if you can avoid it. Keeping nice and tight through the core, keeping those hips lowered. So meeting me in that little plank here, right? And we're going to do this for 20 seconds. So just keep it going as much as you can. If you need to go slow or fast, it's up to you. So begin here. We're going, right? We're tapping. Find your own pace. Tapping the shoulders. Keeping the shoulders nice and strong. Keeping that core nice and tight. Belly button in. We're here for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Come back to that modified plank. Take a big breath in. And to a count of 5, we're going to slowly lower it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. Whew. Stretching out our shoulders here. Walk the forearms underneath you. So coming to our Sphinx pose. So with Sphinx pose, we want those arms parallel to each other. We want the elbows right underneath the shoulders. You're going to press down into the forearms. We're going to open up the chest. So a little bit of a spinal stretch and also stretching out our shoulders here. Try to point the toes to the back room. Keep those legs nice and active here. If you want more of a neck stretch, start to tuck the chin in towards the chest. Coming back to that neutral releasing out, lowering it down. We're going to do a really deep shoulder stretch here. I'm going to give you lots of options depending on how you're feeling, okay? So making sure that we're honoring our body, all right? So we're going to tee the arms out nice and long. So arms are going to be out long from the body. You're going to take the left hand, you're going to place the left hand next to your shoulder. And you're going to use that hand to slowly roll over so that the left hip is on top of the right. So we're stacking our hips here. You're using that left hand as support if you need to have that support here. If this is too much, maybe you roll out of it slightly. Because like I said, it's a really intense shoulder stretch, right? So you can stand right here. If you want a little bit more, you can take the top leg and you can step it back. So this is for a little bit more here. I'm going to walk this way so maybe you guys can see me a little bit better. So this is for more, step that foot back. If you try that out and it's too much, just come back to the legs stacked on top of each other. You can keep the hand on the ground. If you want to, you can always sweep behind you for like a little half bind. So that's also adding on here. So just finding the variation that works best for you, because we're going to hold here for a little bit. So wherever you can hold. And deep breaths. You should really feel this nice stretch in the right shoulder. Softening the head to the ground. If you want a more restorative version, you can always take a pillow and place it underneath the belly and lay down onto it. More big breaths. Cleansing breath in. Release it out. Good, walking ourselves back onto our bellies and finding some movement in that arm. So moving the shoulder forward and backwards, maybe reaching the arm out, taking some movements. We just want to bring the fluid back into the joint, right? So we're taking those deep stretches. We start to, we're staying there for a long time, we're holding. So now we just want to let that fluid come back in. All right, so now we're going to switch over to the other side. This time, we're teeing those arms out. We're going to take the right hand next to the shoulder. Left arm reaches out nice and long. And use the right hand just to press yourself over. So right hip is on top of left. Now remember, if this is too much, you can lower it down a little bit, right? Or you can place a pillow underneath the chest or the belly. So reaching out through the hand. If this is too much as well, you can always bring the hand down a little bit towards your hips, right? So the further up the arm is, that left arm, the more intense this is going to be. Hand in next to the chest, try to lower the head down. So we're going to be nice and soft here. We're not really engaging anything. We're just trying to get nice and deep into the shoulder. You can stay here if this already feels like a lot. Remember, you want to be somewhere that you can hold. If you need a little bit more, take that top leg and step the foot onto the ground behind you. And just pausing and finding your breath. Sending the breath into the shoulder. It's going to be a little uncomfortable because it is such a deep stretch, but we've been doing a lot of shoulder strengthening, a little bit of shoulder stretching. We just want to continue on with that. Giving our shoulders a little bit of love here in our whale pose. You can always close your eyes. Using the breath to take the mind away from the shoulder. Three more here. Last full breath. Cleansing exhale. When you're ready, roll yourself back onto your stomach and find the movements in the arm that you need to let go. So shake it. forward, shake it back, find the movements. And then we're going to take ourselves and we're just going to roll onto our back. So stay facing the other direction and just roll onto your back. So coming onto our back, coming recline. We're getting closer to that final resting pose here. Pull the knees back and find some circles with the knees. One direction and the other. If you want to, you can take a happy baby, grabbing the shins, the ankles, or the feet. So the feet is a little bit inaccessible for you. Remember, you can always grab the shins and pull down through the shins. The most important part here in our happy baby is our low back is connected to the ground. So if you notice that low back lifting, lower the hands down a little bit. Maybe finding some movement back and forth, rocking it out. And then coming back to center, reaching out nice and long. Find a big full body stretch. We're going to do a little bit of side body stretching, a little bit of shoulder stretching here. So we're going to take the arms, we're going to grab opposite elbows. And then we're going to slowly start to bring ourselves over. So we're going to take our left elbow over. So you're going to walk your upper body over a little bit. And then you're going to take your left feet over. So we're finding like a banana shape here, right? So a little crescent shape, a little banana shape. You should feel a nice stretch through your right side body here. And then allow the forearms to lower down. If this is uncomfortable, you can always have the arms reaching out long. So out long is your variation. Grabbing opposite elbows if you want a little bit of that shoulder opening. Try to relax the head down. You can always take the left leg and cross it over the right if you want a little bit more into that side body stretch. Start to slow everything down here. Slowing down the breath. Slowing down the heart rate. And slowing down the mind. And then uncross the legs. Bring yourself back to center. Take some movements just to shake it out. So reach out long, neutralize the spine, point the toes, lengthen through the fingertips. And then grab opposite elbows. And try to grab the one that feels wonky. So the opposite one of what you did last time. This way we're going to go, but this time we're going to go towards the right. So we're going to bring the upper body towards the right. We're going to bring the legs towards the right. But make sure that your pelvic area stays nice and neutral. So we're not moving that, right? We're more so trying to find this nice crescent shape here to find the stretch through the side body. If you want a little bit more, you can take the right leg on top of the left. Just kind of encouraging that leg over and stretching through your side body. Relaxing down. You should be really proud of yourself. Today we did a little bit more strength work than we have in past gentle flows that I've taught with Facebook Live. So proud of yourself for trying something new today, maybe, for doing a little bit more than you usually would. It's really important to have nice strong shoulders and strong core in yoga. Because when you have strong shoulders and core, you can do lots of fun stuff. So if your ultimate goal is like an arm balance or anything like that, you really need the strong shoulders and core for that. Also, for our chaturanga, it's really important to have strong shoulders and core. So if you're working on your chaturangas and trying to come to the full chaturanga with the knees lifted, it's really good to work on strengthening your shoulders to get there. Releasing out, coming back to center, reaching out nice and long through the fingertips, lengthen through the toes. Pull the knees back in towards center, squeeze them in. Keep the right knee in towards the chest. Allow the left leg to lengthen out long. So just hug that right knee in, stretching the hip. Soften the shoulders towards the ground. Full breath in here. With a breath out, take the right knee over the body, cross it over, reaching out through the right arm. Remember, if this is too much and your knees lifted off the ground, remember, more important for the shoulder to be down. You can take a block, you can take a pillow, you can take a blanket, and you can place it underneath the knee for support here. Lengthening through the right arm, maybe the gaze comes over the right shoulder. Final couple of postures before finding our final rest. So if you would like to, you can close the eyes and keep them closed until the very end of practice. And then come back to center. Pull both the knees in for a moment. Use a prop placed on the other side. Neutralize your spine here. Keep the left knee in. Allow the right leg to come out long. Hug that leg in. Find some movements if you would like it. Deep breath in. Breath out, cross it over. Find that supine twist other side. So whatever variation you need, maybe you place the prop under the leg. Reach out through the left hand. Just find your nice gentle twist here. Finding the version that feels good for your body. Making sure that left shoulder stays rooted down. And when you're ready, coming back to center, squeeze both the knees in towards the body. So curl into that tight little ball, wrap the arms around the shins, pull the nose up towards the knees, round everything in, pull the navel in, all your little muscles hugging nice and tight. We'll take one more breath. We're gonna hold at the top, so deep breath in, hold. Take one more little sip of air in, hold. And exhale, open up, release everything out to your Shavasana. So find your variation of Shavasana. Maybe that's the legs out nice and long. If you have low back pain, you can place the feet down and allow the knees to fall in towards each other. So you choose, here it feels better. Take up lots of space. So this is your time for rest, your time to let go. So just give yourself permission to just be here, to release everything. And I'll call you back when it's time. Try to let go of all your muscles, unfurrow the brow, unclench the jaw. Soften everything down into the ground. Slowly allow your return to your body. Notice if you benefit from more moments in your Shavasana. You're welcome to stay here as long as you would like. If you're ready to reawaken, find movements back into the body. Reach the arms long above you, full body stretch, point the toes. Pull the knees in, roll onto either side for a fetal position. You can use the bicep as a pillow for your head. When you feel ready, come up to a comfortable seat. Cross the legs, hands are at heart center, eyes are closed or gaze is soft down towards the ground. Release all the air out of your lungs. Take your deepest breath in yet. Fullest breath out. And take a moment to show yourself gratitude for taking time to show up on your mat, for taking time for your practice, and most importantly, for taking a few moments for yourself. Show gratitude to those around you in their own homes, practicing. And I'm grateful that you all decided to come and join me in your practice, whether it's live or later on through Facebook or YouTube. And from my heart to each and every one of yours, namaste. Thank you all so much for practicing beside me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. As always, if you would like to support us, you can share our posts on Facebook, like them. If you do have the means to support us financially, you can donate. So we have Venmo and MindBody. You can find those links on our Facebook or our website to donate. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for the support. And from me and Shangri-La Hot Yoga, have a wonderful day.